Two-way star Travis Hunter Jr. debuts for Jaguars against Steelers. Two-way star Travis Hunter Jr. debuts for Jaguars against Steelers originally appeared on the Sporting News. Travis Hunter Jr., the second overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, will make his professional debut Saturday night when the Jacksonville Jaguars host the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 1 of the preseason. Travis Hunter Jr. ready for first NFL action in Jacksonville. The 22-year-old phenom will see action on both sides of the ball, taking snaps at cornerback and wide receiver. Hunter's college career was one of the most decorated in recent memory. The 2024 Heisman Trophy winner also claimed the Walter Camp Award, AP and Sporting News Player of the Year honors, the Chuck Bednarik Award, the Fred Biletnikoff Award, and the Lott Trophy. He was a unanimous All-American selection. Hunter began his career at Jackson State before finishing at the University of Colorado under his father, head coach Deion Sanders. In 22 games with the Buffaloes, he caught 153 passes for nearly 2,000 yards, scoring 16 touchdowns through the air and 1 on the ground. More, Cam Ward set to make NFL debut. The Jaguars are coming off a 4-13 season that marked the end of Doug Peterson's tenure as head coach. Liam Cohen, the former UMass quarterback, now leads the team. Hunter will start at receiver alongside Brian Thomas Jr. and Diami Brown, with Parker Washington, Joshua Cephas, and Trenton Irwin providing depth. On defense, Jarrian Jones and Tyson Campbell are set to start at cornerback. Jacksonville's preseason schedule continues with road games at New Orleans on August 17th and Miami on August 23rd. The regular season kicks off September 7th against the Carolina Panthers. Lions-Falcons game ends early after Morris Norris leaves in ambulance. Lions safety Morris Norris was transported off the field in an ambulance, prompting the Lions and Falcons to agree to suspend the rest of Friday night's preseason game. Falcons running back Nathan Carter ran for 8 yards on the first play of the fourth quarter, and Norris went low to make the tackle. Carter's knee appeared to hit Norris in the head. Norris appeared to be knocked out on the hit. Medical personnel immediately got a backboard and a cart onto the field and began working on Norris before an ambulance drove to midfield. Lions coach Dan Campbell and his players gathered on the field, many taking a knee, before Norris left for the hospital. The Falcons' offense and Lions' defense, who were on the field when Norris was injured, snapped the ball and then gathered in a circle, holding hands and heads bowed as the final 14:50 ran off the clock. Norris played 2 regular season games last season, seeing 1 defensive snap and 32 on special teams. He also saw action in the playoff loss to Washington, playing 22 defensive snaps and 23 on special teams. Update 10:03 p.m. Eastern Time. The Lions released a statement saying Norris has been transported to a local hospital for further evaluation but offered no other information. Patriots Commanders Stockwatch. Henderson looks like a difference maker. Patriots Commanders Stockwatch. Henderson looks like a difference maker originally appeared on NBC Sports Boston. Foxborough. The Patriots' preseason opener at Gillette Stadium on Friday is the kind of game that requires a thorough explanation of the context surrounding the game prior to any kind of after-the-fact dissection. Their opponents, the Commanders, sat a whopping 30 regulars. Their top 2 quarterbacks didn't take a snap. The Patriots, meanwhile, wanted to play their healthy starters. Not for long, but long enough to help them jump out to a multi-score lead. Therefore, Friday night's 48-18 bludgeoning may not be all that it seems. But that's not to suggest there weren't meaningful takeaways as the seats emptied and the clock wound down in the fourth quarter. Mike Vrabel's team was more prepared. They dominated in the kicking game. Their operation was clean. And they were officially penalized just twice for 15 yards, though they had multiple offsetting penalties, compared to Washington's 13 penalties for 98 yards. Vrabel's team was more physical too. New England's running backs broke tackles with violence and aggression. Its ball carriers, when running along the sideline, seemed to universally refuse to run out of bounds, instead opting to lower their shoulders through contact. And outside of a lackadaisical Drake may fumble on the team's first offensive drive, they generally made good decisions to protect the football. It certainly wasn't perfect, but in terms of which team seemed to do a better job of further establishing their chosen identity in their first preseason game, it was the Patriots. Which players on Vrabel's roster stood out? Which have work to do when it comes to making their case for the active roster? Let's get into it with a post-game stock watch. Suck up. Tungan Henderson, RB. Explosiveness personified. That's what Henderson was on Friday night, providing fans in Foxborough with a jolt when he returned the opening kick 100 yards for a touchdown. He added a forceful 18-yard run and 12 yards on 3 catches as a pass catcher. For a team lacking game-breaking offensive talent, the rookie second-rounder already looks like one of their top options. Efton Chisholm 3W. Leading the team with 6 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown, Chisholm showed good hands and a hard-nosed approach with the ball in his hands. He also returned a punt for 11 yards and made a couple of good decisions to let punts bound into the end zone for touchbacks as a return man. If the Patriots keep 6 receivers on their roster, Chisholm will have a shot if he continues to put together performances like Friday's. No catches for the second-year wideout, but 2 special teams tackles. Vrabel sang Baker's praises after the fact for his contributions in the kicking game. "I think that's fantastic," Vrabel said. "When you have players, especially receivers, that can create a role, that can help you be big, physical, everything that we see out of Javon as a receiver, when they can embrace that as special teams players, guys that are big and physical and fast and willing, that translates to special teams. Excited. Just happy for Javon just being able to go out there and contribute. When you do those things, your teammates get excited. Hopefully his confidence continues to grow." DJ James, CB. There's a reason James has been around the football consistently in training camp. He has playmaking instincts. In the first quarter, sensing receiver Michael Gallup was cutting off his route, James jumped between Gallup and quarterback Sam Hartman for an interception that only further solidified him as one of New England's top performers this summer. With Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis out, he's made the most of his opportunities on the outside. The undrafted rookie out of UC Davis had 9 touches for 44 yards, 7 carries, 35 yards, 2 catches, 9 yards, and a touchdown. He also recorded a special teams tackle and returned a kick 25 yards as a returner. It was the kind of all-around performance that can help an under-the-radar rookie make headway toward a roster spot. Larison was spotted wearing a walking boot in the locker room after the game, so his health bears watching. But if he can remain available, he could be of use to Vrabel, offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, and special teams coordinator Jeremy Springer. Parker Romo blasted a 57-yard kick that might have been good from 60 yards away.